Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Monday evening live webinar presentation for Up2give. My name is Brandon Ivy. I am from Los Angeles, California, and as a disclaimer, I am not the CEO of the company. I am not a co-owner of the company. I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I am simply one of you. I got a phone call from a good friend that said, Brandon, we are putting together a business that is right up your field of expertise, dealing with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Only our focus is going to be on education, philanthropy, and charity. And I said, okay, you can't go wrong with education and charity. They said, our motto, though, is be different. Let's be different. You see, at Up2give, we have a strong, moral, integral, and purpose-driven vision to change lives around the world through our ecosystem. We are standing on 4 pillars: philanthropy. We are focused on creating a culture of worldwide giving. Education. Reward those who give while teaching them the value behind growing personally. Banking. Bank the unbanked through our giving. And personal causes. Create a social revolution of stories with people whose needs have been met through the Up2give community. We have built a model where people from around the world can come together, get educated, banked, and skilled on the principles of philanthropy and EQ, emotional intelligence, while creating a culture of global giving. During the education process, we will be teaching members how to utilize one of our tools for contributing called the Giving Box. This will allow us to fulfill the purpose of our core principles, as well as help contribute to the stories being shared in our community to engage the social revolution part of our culture. Here are some examples of target areas of focus. Education. The Organization for Economic Development and Cooperation found that 50% of U.S. adults can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. Lack of formal education results in lower earning power and serious threats to an individual's long-term well-being. Banking. Globally, about 1.7 billion adults remain unbanked without an account at a financial institution or through a mobile money provider. Health. Currently, nearly 1 billion people spend 10% of their household income or more on health expenses for themselves, a sick child, or another family member. In fact, we have some 3.8 billion people across the globe who lack access to basic health care. And housing. Currently, over 850 million people, more than the populations of the U.S. and the European Union combined, are living in informal settlements. So what is our ultimate goal? It's simply to empower you and people around the world to contribute toward anyone's cause in our ecosystem, whether it is to help achieve a goal that helps someone in your family, your church, your country, your community. It doesn't matter how big or small that vision or mission is. We will bring the nations together to help support those causes. And with our model being a model of philanthropy, we are confident that the Up2give family will be there for you. Up2give is a global correlation movement. So let's talk about one of the pillars that we're standing on, our education. We partner with a company called Success Training Institute, and this institute offers cutting-edge soft skills training, skills that are not being taught at home, in audio and video format, so that you can learn more about leadership, customer service, professional development, personal development, sales, team building, HR management, management training, and much, much more. In fact, you can even get certified in additional courses like how to improve your brand and learn self-discipline, goal setting and time management, maintaining focus and empathy. We're all practicing social distancing, so how about social skills mastery? These are skills that once you learn, you can never lose and will benefit you in anything that you do for the rest of your life. With Success Training Institute, we offer state-of-the-art soft skills training designed for individuals, companies, and entrepreneurs. Here, you can improve your skills in less than 10 minutes per day. Another pillar we're standing on is the banking industry. We have 1.7 billion people in the world who are currently unbanked. And we partner with a company called Ooh La La that wants to bring the future of banking to you. Be the first to send and receive money for a fraction of the cost. Access microcredit offers from your favorite retailers. Pay bills with ease, build credit, enjoy online shopping, and take charge of your financial future with our exclusive Ooh La La partnership without the need of having a bank account. Ooh La La is a full-service financial solution designed to empower communities. With Ooh La La, you're going to be able to facilitate and accelerate our financial inclusion, build a global credit score, And we have microcredit offers that help the unbanked and underbanked community build their credit history. Another pillar we're standing on is called personal causes, and this is what Up2give is all about. We want to create a social revolution of stories with people whose needs have been met through the Up2give community. We currently have 35,000 causes and growing. You know, I need to double check that now. It might be close. I know it's over 40,000. They're growing, and it's only going to keep getting higher. A personal cause is whatever it is to you. It could be anything from you're trying to get yourself out of debt. You want to be able to put your kids through school. You want to be able to buy your home or pay your mortgage and rent. You might be in a situation you got to pay for medical for yourself or family member. Or you might be part of a church organization, and because of social distancing, churches aren't able to congregate on Sunday, which leads to a lack of donations and the giving and tithing. Whatever your cause is, that's for you. Here's an example of one: providing a safe shelter to homeless and abused women and children in crisis. Another example is breast cancer research saves lives, and research is the reason. When you have your cause ready to go, you're going to upload the image, have a description of the cause, and when somebody comes to your site, they'll have the option of contributing towards your cause. So how does someone get started? Well, you're going to sign up with the person who invited you and set up an account. Our cost is $32 a month membership that gets you access to Success Training Institute. You're going to contribute to personal causes in the Up2give community, about $50 worth of Bitcoin. And you want to write your own story so you can get contributions towards it and share with 2 people who join the community with you. If you can follow these 3 steps, you're going to have a lot of success with Up2give. Now, here's the sign-up process and experience. Let's say you're Maria in California. She shares a link with John, and John is in London. The moment John clicks on her link, the first thing he will see is her story. Now, once John reads her story, he will see the options to contribute and have the option to either join the community or support Maria's cause. Once John has clicked to join, the system will take him to the registration page where he can add his basic information. Now let's talk about John's experience. John now has 14 days free in the Up2give community. And what does this mean? John has the opportunity to experience our back office and ecosystem. John could take the sample courses we have available in our Up2give Academy portal powered by Success Training Institute. John has enough time to decide to become a member or simply contribute to Maria's cause, because you have the option to simply contribute and not join the community. Now let's assume that John decides to join Maria's journey. John has before the 14-day midnight to pay a $32 member fee in Bitcoin for the activation of his education program at Up2give Academy. He'll have a story page and a user link to share, and the moment he contributes to Up2give causes during that same period of time, he becomes a ground zero member of the Giving Box. Now, the Giving Box has 6 stages, and the more people who contribute to each other, the more Up2give is going to contribute back as well in these stages. For example, when you complete stage 3, Up2give is going to give you a debit card so that you can start monetizing the Bitcoin that you've been given through our ecosystem. This is our partnership with Ulala. With this step of philanthropy, we will start to help change the banking crisis in the world where so many people lack the opportunity to own a debit card. Also, we will make the service available for purchase if you choose not to get it for free or for a small setup fee. When you complete stage 4, you'll have the option of choosing from 12 different cause-driven programs. And once you've made the choice, you will follow the steps given in our back office, and a liaison will be assigned to you to work together for about 45 days to create a story out of that cause, which we will then go viral with it. Up2give will contribute on your behalf for reaching stage 4, a maximum of $1,500 to that cause, fulfilling our social revolution part of our 4 pillars. When you complete stage 5, Up2give is going to reward you with an all-expense-paid trip to a recognition event as soon as coronavirus lets us travel, where top speakers from around the world are going to come to teach about leadership, philanthropy, finance, personal development, and charitable causes. And when you complete stage 6, Up2give requires you to give 12.5% back to the community and the ecosystem. Understand, the goal here is not how much money can I make. Our community is about giving you enough resources so that you can become a philanthropist. Stage 6 in the Giving Box is the most critical stage due to the amount of contributions given to your cause. We will require you to be walking hand in hand with the Up2give founding team to ensure that we maximize your giving potential. So how does Up2give strive to be compliant? Well, number one, we do not touch the Bitcoin of anybody. How many times have you seen companies out there that say, give us all your Bitcoin, you can't withdraw it for 8 months, or we're going to trade it on your behalf, and we guarantee you're going to make 1 to 2% a day on your money. And then when you go to withdraw, the owners run off with everybody's Bitcoin before you can do so. See, this is peer-to-peer. If you ever gotten in an Uber or a Lyft, that vehicle is not owned by the taxi company, it's owned by somebody else. If you've ever stayed in Airbnb, that property is not owned by a hotel chain, it's owned by somebody else. See, we're taking advantage of the greatest financial revolution the world has ever seen with cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Why? 3 reasons. It is decentralized, which means it is not owned or controlled by a bank, a government, a CEO, or a business. It is open source for everybody. It is also universal in value. There are no borders. 1 Bitcoin in Indonesia is worth 1 Bitcoin in Australia. Doesn't matter. Universal value. And number 3 is permissionless. You don't need a bank, Western Union, or a bank wire transfer to be able to send Bitcoin anywhere around the world, as easy as sending an email to somebody else with no limits, small transaction fee, and it happens almost instantaneous. The only thing that Up2give asks for is the $32 to operate as a company and to pay for your Success Training Institute. Number 2, Up2give is a major contributor in collective causes. And number 3, Up2give is a giving model that even for nonprofit identities such as churches, is presented as a revolution of offerings in the ministry. The more they give each other, the more they receive. So what do you receive for the $32 a month? An entire ecosystem that will allow you to share your story to the world through our Up2give.com blog. Access to our global education community at the Up2give Academy, powered by Success Training Institute. Access to the Giving Box, which allows you to be part of our community blog and social revolution stories that are inspired by the members' philanthropical culture and cause-driven movement. And rewards for giving back to the community and their causes, which allows Up2give to partner with you and create stories of our own when you start reaching stage 4 and above. So how does the contributing actually work? Let's talk about the Giving Box. It is a voluntary tool designed so that you can increase your resources to help more causes and at the same time improve the lives of those who participate. We have something very unique called the Global Community Line. This is not a binary, this is not a matrix, MLM style, there's none of that. One team in the entire community. You're going to pay $32 at Up2give. You're going to contribute to personal causes in the community, about $50 worth of Bitcoin. And this is going to enter you in ground zero of the Giving Box. Now, the goal is to share with at least 2 individuals who do the same thing and contribute $50 in contributions. Once that happens, you're going to be eligible to now move to stage 1. So let's talk about contributing and receiving. In ground zero, you contributed $50. You share with 2 people who do the same thing. You now receive $100 worth of Bitcoin. You received more than you contributed. Now you're going to contribute that entire $100 worth of Bitcoin to move to stage 1. Stage 1, you're qualified to receive up to $200 worth of Bitcoin. You're going to contribute half of that back. You're going to be able to keep $100 towards your cause. You move to stage 2. You're qualified to receive up to $400 worth of Bitcoin. You're going to contribute half of that back. You get to keep $200 now towards your cause. Are you starting to see a pattern here? The more you contribute, the more you're receiving for your cause. Stage 3, you're qualified to receive up to $1,600. You're going to contribute less than half back, 0.05 Bitcoin. You get to keep $1,100 towards your cause. Stage 4, you contribute, or you're qualified to receive up to $8,000 worth of Bitcoin. You're going to contribute 0.25 back. You now get to keep $5,500 towards your cause. I'll stop right there. You add up those 4 stages, that's $6,900. How often does this happen? Does it happen just one time? No. How about every 60 days? Why 60 days? Because the system resets every 60 days, meaning no matter what stage you're on, we all go back to ground zero and go through the contributions again. Does that mean you're starting all over? But Brandon, I just worked my tail off to get to stage 4. Yeah, I got to start over. No, you keep the same network, global community line you had before. Consider this residual contributions. Do you want to receive it one time or multiple times? And we are at the beginning of our newest reset. We just had a reset last Friday. We're on stage 1 right now. Now, this is about $3,400 a month. The average monthly income around the world is between $500 to $1,000 a month. In America, this is almost a full-time income for most people. And what did you personally have to do to qualify? Share with 2 individuals who contributed $50 each in ground zero. What is your biggest risk? Because I know how people think. People think, what am I going to lose rather than what can I gain? But the most you can lose is the fact it costs you $82 to get started, $32 for the membership, and $50 for the contribution. And when you do this right, by sharing with 2, you only come out of pocket once, because every stage you're contributing in, you're using funds that you've received from the contributions. Now, stage 5 is a big jump. We go from 8,000 to 80,000, 8 Bitcoin. You're going to contribute 1 whole back. You get to keep 7. Now, there is a more qualification here. You must help 2 people get through stages 3 and 4 to qualify for 5. And then stage 6 is an even bigger jump. 64 Bitcoin. That's what got my attention, why I signed up. But as impressive as 64 Bitcoin is, remember I said earlier that Up2give is about creating individuals to become philanthropists. These stage 6 individuals are contributing 12.5% back to the community. We're talking more than $50,000 towards charitable causes. Don't tell me how much you make. Who are you helping? That's very, very powerful. Now, 2 people does not equal 64 Bitcoin. Let me show you how the global community line kicks in. 2 people get you off of ground zero. And you want to do that within your first 24 hours of signing up, and then teach them how to do the same thing, and teach them how to do the same thing. But once you get off of ground zero and you enter stage 1, the next person that enters stage 1, whether it's from you sharing it with individuals, your upline, or anywhere around the world, the entire global community will fall in your global community line on stage 1. And every stage has a number. Once you reach this number, you're now qualified to receive up to all contributions on that stage. So let's say you had 40 in stage 1, stage 2 is 80, stage 3 is 160, stage 4 is 320, stage 5 is 640, and stage 6 is 1024. So once again, once you reach this number on each stage, you're now qualified to receive all contributions on that stage. So let's recap how it all happens. You paid your $32 at Up2give. You're going to contribute $50 worth of in Bitcoin to personal causes in the community. You're going to share with 2 people who do the same exact thing, and now you're going to be able to receive Bitcoin towards your causes and your purpose. That is the presentation, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for listening. There's 2 types of people at this point if you're brand new. I don't know who's brand new or not. The first type of person says, Brandon, I am in. Where do I sign up? Where do I get started? Great. Get back to the person who invited you. They're going to show you where to sign up and get you plugged in. The second type of person says, Brandon, this is not for me. That's okay as well. We still love you anyway. It's not for everybody. But go back to the person who invited you. Ask to see their cause, and at least do them a favor and contribute towards it. This may not be a plan B for you, but they thought enough of you to at least share it with you, help them out in their journey. And then I want you to do something else. Find another plan B. It is no longer a situation on where it's convenience whether you want to have a plan B or not. Right now, it is a necessity. We live in a brand new world where coronavirus is flipping the script on us. We don't know how long this is going to last. The Spanish flu lasted 18 months. The world is so much more connected today than it was in 1918. We don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know how this is going to affect our economy, our jobs, our ability to be providers for our home, which means we need to adapt. See, right now, if you're staying home, you can't get a paycheck. And most Americans are already living paycheck to paycheck. Or if you're an essential worker, you're being asked to risk your health and the health of your family to get that paycheck. The only other alternative is unemployment and hoping the federal government keeps sending out stimulus checks. I'm here to tell you there's another option. The ability to be productive and make money from home. There are millions of people who do it. It is possible. I do it. I retired 8 years ago from corporate America. It feels great to not have a boss or a supervisor or anybody to tell you what to do and still be able to pay your bills. Come and go as you please. Do as you please. The coronavirus has affected all of us, but in my case, the inconvenience is the fact that I can't go anywhere. But the only difference in my lifestyle besides that is the fact that my kids are here 24/7. I'm still productive. So if not this, please find something. Have a plan B. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a brand new opportunity with minimum data, which means think about that global community line. We're at, 14,000 active members. We will have 1 million. They will be in the global community line after you. Timing is everything. We allow no income claims, period. This is not a 6-month fly-by-night opportunity. I don't need to impress you with showing you how much money I make. This is not enticement. We want to be here for the long term. And even though that this is a business for philanthropy and charity, we're not working a welfare center here. Your success depends on you. We're not looking for people who want to ride the global community line. We're looking for people who want to build it and make a difference, not only in this country, but in every country in the world, because we are all experiencing this. And we have members already in over 50 countries. So that is the presentation tonight. This was recorded so that you can share with others. Those of you that are going to join us, we welcome you. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles. Take care, God bless, and good night. Bye-bye.